Hey guys, it's me, Kisame Unlimited, and I'm here to tackle a Toot and Boot for this Saturday. So if you guys would like to see another Toot and Boot next Saturday, don't forget to like the video. It's always greatly appreciated and makes my day if you do. This Saturday, I'm tackling Smile Universe, and I'm tackling Dueltainment. So if you guys would like to see another one, you know what you guys to do. The like button's right down here. All right, so we're going to get on into this. If you're new to the Toot and Boot segment, it's basically a segment that I do every week where I tackle two cards that are most recently, been announced to come out in the near future. And I tackle them, and if they're a good card, I give them a toot. And if they're a bad card, I give them a boot. And I think that they're not going to take off. So if you guys would like to see more, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new. I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. All right, so we're going to get on into this, and let's enjoy the ride. The first card I'm going to be tackling is Dueltainment. Dueltainment is a field spell card, and its effect states, each time a player or players meets one of these conditions in one turn, that player immediately draws two cards for each condition. Each player can only apply this effect once per turn while this card is face up on the field. These are the five conditions that you'd have to do. They special summon 5 monsters with different levels at the same time. 2, one monster they control battles 5 times. 3, they activate a card or effect as chain link 5 or higher. 4, they have to roll a 6-sided die or toss a coin 5 times. Or 5th, they take damage that their life points become 500 or less as a result. Now, this card, it's like a mind fuck for someone like me, because it's like, you see, for me, it's like the only way, because in retrospect, this card isn't good. Like, flat out, this card is not good. Because why would you want to play something like this when you can play, Pot of Desires, Card of Demise, so much easier ways to just get that +1 mechanic. But the way I view this card is it only takes one type of deck. It takes one type of deck to exploit what a card could really bring out. Like, you see, let's say if a card can literally go through 5 battles and stay alive, and you get that draw 2 quality, that's never bad. That's really good. The chain link 5 or higher is a good quality, because that could actually be used in retrospect for chain burn, which is not bad. So that actually automatically gives it a playable use, which is good. As for the pendulum quality of summoning each with different levels, it's possible, everyone could kind of do that, not kind of towards the beginning, maybe towards the end. But I don't know. I think that that's kind of risky. The 6-sided die can be done with Snipe Hunter, because you could easily just like discard card, discard card, discard card. And, if I draw 2, from doing it 5 times, it's kind of like you kind of got Snipe Hunter right almost each time, which yet again isn't bad. The next effect being, you taking damage that leads you to 500. It can be done, and there are cards to help you do that. But at the end of the day, this card just seems like it's like very it's a very unorthodox way of getting that +1 mechanic. When I think that the +1 mechanic that it gives you, getting 2 cards off of 1 card is never bad. And the card stays around. The field spell you could just use the next turn. But you see, for me, I don't know. For me, I just see too much restrictions. The card can be busted and be broken under very specific standards, but because I'm looking this as just a generic good card, I would just choose other great generic cards over this. So I will give this card a boot. However, this card is really good, and it only takes one type of deck to really exploit this, like Chain Burn, but I will boot this card just for being so unorthodox and so complicated, and you have to go so over the top Dueltainment. So just for that alone, I'm going to give it a boot, because I just don't have time for it. Comment below if you would go through all the hassle to do this, or would you comment below just that you would just use Card of Demise and just use simple things like Pot of Desires, because I would just do that. Small Universe's effect is special summon as many pendulum monsters from your extra deck as possible, but they are treated as normal monsters, and they have their effects negated, if any. Then your opponent gains life points equal to the total attack of the special summon monsters. Neither player can normal or special summon other monsters, and monsters cannot attack during the turn this card is activated. Now, this card gives you a good option, but the level of, yet again, same with Dueltainment, with the level of restriction it gives is, Now, the one thing I kind of want to have answered is, because I read this, and I was just like, all right, so right off the bat, this is a quick play. It's a quick play spell card, and this card states players. Neither player. So, you're kind of referencing that this card also affects my opponent. So you're telling me that during my opponent's turn, I could chain this card, and then they can't normal or special summon? Because if that's the case, that's not a bad way to save myself from losing with pendulums. I mean, Outside, in retrospect, that's a good way, to protect yourself. Obviously, giving your opponent life points outside of something like Nurse Burn is stupid, but, it's just, it's a good way to save yourself and a good way to cut your opponent off if that's the case. I'm not 100% sure if I'm right or wrong. Leave it in the comment section below, but from what I'm reading, that's what it seems like it could do. Starting off, we originally had Dueltainment working extremely well with Chain Burn, and now we have Smile Universe being really handy with Nurse Burn. But as a person that's played Nurse Burn before, I can really say in retrospect that's really kind of good. However, there's not really a pendulum version of Nurse Burn yet, but this card kind of might put it out there, because you could easily be like, I special summon all this, gain life points, I have bad reaction to Samachi or Nurse on the field, even though you can't normal summon Nurse the same turn you activate this, but you can summon Nurse first, set this, and then during your opponent's turn, chain this shit, and then just go from there. But I think that this card, actually, I see more versatility when it comes to what, Nurse Burn could do, and I know that that's a little bit more biased, because it's like I'm giving one card a boot because of how I don't really like how it would be used in Chain Burn, because I just feel like it's so unorthodox. When you know what it is, in retrospect, like, you know what it is? I feel like with Dueltainment, it had nothing to do with the card, being good, because the card was good. I just think that it was so overly complicated. I feel like, it's just like, who's going to really go head over heels for this when I know people are going to do it, but I'm going to give it a boot anyway. As for Smile Universe, I think it's just kind of more simpler, and it has a really good, simple concept, and I kind of like it. So I'm going to overall give Smile Universe a toot, because obviously that artwork is fucking beautiful. I love that artwork. That card is just, it's so happy-go-lucky. I love space and planets, so I feel like that's just, and the galaxies, I just think it looks great. So, and as for the concept, I think the card's overall a good card. I think the card really kind of only works in a very specific form again, but yet again, I want to see more good generic cards, because, I'm tired of all these very specific cards that could only be good in one situation. So now that we basically finished this video, I'm going to tell you to like the video if you haven't already, because that's what you should do. And then comment below of how you feel about these two cards, if you think I'm right or if you think I'm wrong, and give your opinions if you toot or boot these cards. And other than that, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I upload on every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I hope you guys all have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye.